you remember months ago, Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona, participated in a video that became known as the Seditious Six.
Yes, indeed.
And these were 6 elected representatives led by Mark Kelly, and I'm trying to remember who the others were. But
Alyssa Slotkin, senator from Michigan.
Yep.
Some other members of the House, a guy from Colorado, all of them Democrats who had happened to serve our country.
Correct. They had served their country. They had been in the military.
And good for them. And God bless them for their service, by the way.
Amen. But their message was to members of today's military, disobey orders or commands that you disagree with. Disobey what you feel are unlawful commands from your military.
You have a responsibility, they said. We're just here to remind you. You have a responsibility to turn away and to disobey unconstitutional, unlawful orders.
Fast forward to this past weekend on television, and I think it was Meet the Press. Mark Kelly does it again. And this is unbelievable. And I was watching, I was packing, getting ready to go to South Carolina. I'm almost positive it was Meet the Press, but he's a guest, and he is complaining about how the Iran war is depleting our munitions. He's saying that, and he's saying that
that's good. That's a good thing for an American to be saying while the Iranians are watching.
Mark, based on classified intelligence briefings that he was given, he said to the host, it was Margaret Brennan. I'm sorry, I keep saying Chris. It was CBS. It was Face the Nation, and he's telling and Margaret Brennan says to him, "Oh, you got this information through classified briefings?" He said, yes, I have. And then he starts to recite all the specific types of weaponry that are being depleted because of Trump's, I'm paraphrasing, but Trump's folly in Iran, the idiotic feudal war in Iran. And he went through this whole litany of weapons that are supposedly all based on classified military intelligence that he was given as a senior ranking U.S. Senator. I want you to hear our friend Scott Jennings, and our Salem colleague, who goes into battle every night on CNN. Here he is on one of those round tables pointing out that in normal times, a sitting U.S. Senator revealing information he was given in a classified briefing would be a scandal, but not so much when it's a Democrat. Check this out.
Every single day that the Trump administration takes on Mark Kelly is a good day for the Kelly potential presidential campaign. He goes up in stock, not just in money, but also people paying attention to this.
Well, I'm glad we have an admission of what's going on here. Mark Kelly's partisan interests are what's most important. This man is a United States Senator. He's getting classified briefings from the Pentagon, and then he goes on television and tells our enemies around the world in great specificity which weapon systems are depleted, which need to be restocked. Setting aside the legal issues, which I'm with Molly, I'm not a lawyer either, and I don't know what the future of that holds. Did he ever stop to ask himself, what is in the best interests of the United States of America and not just my own political future? Because it's obvious that he did not. A sitting senator going on television and telegraphing to our enemies and our threats around the world what we may or may not have, it's extraordinarily irresponsible. But let's not let that get in the way of a presidential campaign.
Well, I mean, Scott, but to Molly's point,
amen. How good is that, Mark? How good is he?
That's tremendous.
How great is Scott Jennings?
And a colleague of ours, we got him. He
well, not only that,
but we run.
But my cruise partner, too, in November. In fact, I might as well remind everybody here on the M&M Extra podcast that we're going on the Gulf of America cruise. And by the way, full disclosure to the audience who loves Mark Davis.
The slide ready to go. Bam.
She's ready.
Nobody saw this coming.
Yasmin, no, and I did not. Well, you know what's funny? I didn't give Yasmin a heads up on this. She was ready.
She is that good. You bet.
No, she is. I'm not kidding you. You think I'm kidding?
No, I'm not kidding at all.
I don't even know how
great she is.
I think she's a wizard of some kind.
That's you on the horse. That's you on the horse and riding there on the beach.
She pulls up B-roll and stuff ahead of time. I don't even know how she even does it. But Scott, and incidentally, for Mark Davis fans, full disclosure, I have begged Mark to come with us on one of these cruises, and he
I'll get
will
to
not
one.
do it.
I'll get to one.
You
I'll get
refuse.
to it.
Oh,
I'll
I
get to
hope.
it. I will.
We might have to do an M&M cruise someday if this thing takes
There-
off.
there
In
you
any
go. There
event,
you go.
the Gulf of America cruise, you can go to mikeonline.com to get details. 7 days of sunshine, white sandy beaches.
Man.
I'm going to be with Scott Jennings. It's Mike Gallagher and Scott Jennings are your headliners, and then we're going to be joined by Larry O'Connor, our new
Yep.
early morning guy,
Yep.
Kurt Schlichter. Well, that ought to get
Oh,
lively.
Well, there you go. There you go.
know,
Jennifer
now it's a
Horn,
party.
right?
Now, and Jennifer Horn from LA, who I love dearly. She's amazing. So November 14th through the 21st, we set sail out of Fort Lauderdale.
Cool.
And you can go to Mike Online for details. And to the podcast audience, I promise you, one day I'm going to talk Mark into doing a cruise because it's fun. It's so much.
Absolutely.
It's a blast to be with.
You unpack one time. You unpack one time.
And you're with hundreds of like-minded patriots and having a great time. And every night we have this world. Now they work our butts off. I mean, we do a lot of events, but we do this something called the World Stage on the Eurodam. And it's the Holland America cruise ship, and they've got a state-of-the-art theater, and everybody comes in. And we
there
do,
you are. There's everybody. Look
Yep,
at that.
yep. Larry Elder back. That was the
Yeah.
Patriots Alaska cruise. We had so much fun. And by the way, a word to the wise here. I like to warn everybody because the weirdest thing happened.
Go ahead. I know
this
what you're
is
about to
so
warn
funny.
People, to do. People may try to do something. Here's Mike to dissuade you. Go.
Don't try to book around us. A few years ago, Seb Gorka and I co-hosted a Patriots Alaska cruise.
Yes,
and I get on the
you did, Mike. and
There's
it was
Dr. G.
wonderful.
And I get on the ship, and people are like, "Hey, Mike, how are you? Can we take a picture?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, we'll see you tonight." They're like, "No, we're not in your group." I'm like, "What?" Well, it dawned on me. A bunch of people try to book that itinerary thinking they can get into our events. Well, here's the dirty little secret. You got to have a badge to get in.
Or you will be tackled and tased if you try.
You don't get in. You don't get in because there's a little conference fee. It's a few $100, but it's worth it.
Yes,
You pay a
of
little
course.
extra, but it's because you'll be give it. But please don't try to book directly with Holland America. You got to go through us. Go to MikeOnline.com and Inspiration Travel Mark. They are the best of the best, and they'll take good care of everybody. So we hope to see you in November on the Gulf of, to the audience.
This
not
is
Mark.
November what? So the departure
November
date is
4th.
November what?
November 14th through the 21st.
11 days after the election. What will the mood on that boat be, Mike? It'll either be the celebration and all celebrations,
Or the Titanic meets the
we'll be
Lusitania.
jumping off the Alberta.
We'll be going off the poop deck. We'll be going diving off the
boy,
poop deck.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.